Hey everybody, happy Talkie Tuesday. Dori Patrick here. Welcome back to my channel. We are doing another art journal with me video this week because I am trying to get caught up on all of my summer prompts. As many of you know, every month we have in-person journal jams at our local art museum, and we draw a color and an adjective, and I am behind. So as you saw, my prompts are indigo and messy, and so we are going to get after these two prompts now. This is a journal you've seen me work in before. It's a very inexpensive sketchbook from Barnes & Noble, I believe, from years ago. It has very inexpensive kind of absorbent paper inside, and it's a fun challenge to work in this book. I do a lot of things it's really not meant for, but that's okay. So the first thing I thought of when I thought of messy, I thought of charcoal. I don't work with charcoal very much, probably because it is so messy. And I thought that would be a great jumping off point. So I have some vine charcoal that I'm kind of scribbling and drawing around with, and then also a dark blue chalk pastel. And now you see that I am applying some gesso with a color shaper, and I'm starting to move some of that powder and that chalk around on the page. And then I dip the color shaper into a little water and move some of that blue around as well. You know I love a color shaper. It's so much fun. It really helps you stay loose and messy. So perfect tool for this activity. I, again, have no idea where this is going. I think I kind of know, but then it just takes a turn. Sometimes the book tells you what it wants to be, right? So you've probably guessed this is sped up a little bit, and this is voiceover Dori talking you through the process. Hello. I'm so happy to be with you here again. I hope you all are doing well. Here in Iowa, it is hot again. We have a few days of just sweltering heat. I was in the studio today and I walked to and from the studio today, and it was a hot walk. Okay, so that was a Tombow marker you saw me scribble down, which is usually kind of reactive to water, but I think because this paper is so absorbent, it's just kind of locking in there for me. So I'm taking some matte varnish and putting it over the entire spread to lock in all of that stuff so it doesn't move. It kind of makes it permanent. And of course, I love the hair dryer. It helps me keep moving. You see on the left side there, I have a little bit of wax paper that's tucked behind the page, and I've got that binder clip kind of holding everything in place. I tend to do that if I have done spreads before the page I'm working on, and it really helps me from getting too crazy in the book. This is heavy body acrylic paint by Liquitex, I believe, and it is indigo. I pretty much knew I was going to use this tube of paint. It's obviously the perfect shade. I move it around with that color shaper. That's a silicone, brush tool sort of thing, wedge. And I'm applying a little water and sort of moving that paint around, giving me there's really some interesting stuff going on here, some texture. Again, no idea what I'm doing. I think I originally thought this would be kind of a wild abstract. I'm still at that point here with this Neocolor 2 crayon. It's either a 1 or a 2. It might be a 1 because I think it's pretty permanent. But I need some warmth to play off of this indigo. So I get some heavy body red. It's vermilion, and I can't remember the brand of this paint. I got it at Dick Blick. It's this really, I just love this shade. All I can say is it's vermilion. If I can think of the brand name, I'll put it in the show notes. And I scored out way too much, like I do. And so I grab a piece of paper and paint some of it onto the paper. So I have some red collage paper for later. This is a Neo color. I think it's a 2 because it's going on pretty smoothly in a kind of a peachy tone. And just doing some silly circles across the top and some scribbles there. Just adding more warmth to play off of the cool tones of the indigo. So this is something I don't reach for very often, but it is chalk. It is a, and I don't know, I don't think it shows up very well on the camera here, but it is a bright pink, like candy pink. It's so fun. I love it. So I do a little coloring and a little doodling, and you see that some kind of weird abstract flowers have appeared with that chalk. So I'm turning my attention to this sort of ladder or blocks that are stacked up, and I decide to start coloring them in, and an idea is forming here. And all the while I am trying to keep the word messy in mind. So I'm really trying to keep my hand loose, keep my movements just really, kind of herky-jerky. To really keep it messy. So what you saw me spray there, that is Spectrafix. It's a whey protein based fixative. You can use it indoors. It's not aerosol, doesn't have all those funky fumes, but it helps lock in those really powdery mediums like chalk. So that they'll stay put. So it looks, originally when you first spray, it looks like it's disappearing, but it's not. You just gotta stick with it. It'll dry and your lines will start to appear again. So the idea that pops into my head is I think of this little ladder formation over here on the right as a very thick, funky flower stem. So it's kind of like the big mama flower. And then the little baby weirdo flowers are over to the left. So I get more of that indigo. And again, this is heavy body paint. And I start carving in with my silicone tool, my color shaper, and start giving these flowers some definition, kind of giving them a bit of an outline. Let them sort of pop off the page. I did not think this is where this page would go. It's so funny how things just demand to be made, I guess. Yeah, and I really was kind of like, oh my goodness, what am I doing here? But I just stick with it. I've learned by now, just go with the flow. Just go with it. It's just a page. Not everything can be your favorite page. But this turned out to be kind of fun. So stick with me here. And I'm thinking about that little piece of red paper as the top of that mama flower. And I end up sort of covering up those circles that I scribbled on there. You can kind of faintly see them when you look real close. And that's very cool. I like that. I love all the layering that's happening here. So I'm gluing that collage piece down for the little top of the flower there. And you could see some of that indigo was still kind of wet. It kind of did get messy, but hey, that's the prompt, right? I mean, I love that prompt. I love that prompt word. Anytime I have permission to be messy, I'm going to go with it. So that is always in the back of my mind, and that helps me to stay kind of loose and free. So I'm picking up off of the yellow that's in that thick stem there on the right. And so I get out my bismuth yellow and a little bit of titanium white, and it's off to the right, off camera on my palette. And I do a little painting. So I paint some of these details into these wonky flowers. And then I do some funky, weird little petals at the top of my big flower. It's kind of a nice way to help those littler flowers that are just drawn in there pop even more off the page. And I'm really digging into those Neocolor 2s. And I think actually I did grab some 1s and some 2s. I know you guys know this, but Neocolor 2s are water soluble, Neocolor 1s are permanent. Sometimes it really is just a matter of grabbing the right color. I don't really care which one I grab necessarily. You just have to remember that some of them are the 2s are water soluble. This is a Stabilo Woody, and I use those right alongside the Neocolor wax pastels too. I love the dots at the top of this flower. That gave me a lot of joy. So I'm taking that Tombow marker again and just kind of coming in the tops of those and sort of defining them a little bit more. And seriously, just really having fun. Just having fun. This is not going to be a masterpiece page. It's just, it's just having fun. And these flowers, I don't know. I'm liking the way they look. They're just so weird. They're kind of otherworldly, and I like that. Sorry, I think there's a bit of a glare from that indigo paint. This spread is actually just quite dark, the whole background. I think the lighting is hitting it where it's warping, but it's a nice dark background. Sometimes the lighting is funky in my studio. That's how it goes. So a little more of that indigo. This is right out of the tube. Liquitex indigo. Just I moved that binder clip and got the top of that page, and I have an idea for a quote that I found that we're gonna put, I think, at the top of the page here in a second. But first, you know I love that clear gesso, so I apply some to the top of that page because that's where I want to put my quote. And at this point, I think I want to do it in pencil, like a variety of colored pencils. But you will see how that ends up here in a second. And that hairdryer, gotta love him. Yes, so I am gathering some skinny Posca pens and some colored pencils. I'm thinking about this quote I want to put on this spread. And it's off camera, sorry, down at the bottom. I kind of testing my pencils out, and it just didn't quite work I wanted to add a few little scribbly flowers at the bottom, but I went ahead and started lettering out this quote that I found, and you'll see what it says. I hope you like it. But it has the word messy in it, so it's perfect for this prompt. And I'm just, these are Prismacolor colored pencils. They're my favorite so far. I haven't found anything I love as much. And I'm alternating colors here and there. So I started off with, writing with a yellow, and then I will switch to a pink, and then a blue, and then a green. That's kind of a fun way to make it just a little more playful. And this is a great time for me to pop in and remind you guys, if you love this kind of content, I do have a Patreon you can sign up for, and I will put the link in the show notes so you can learn more about it. But over on Patreon, I have several months worth of videos. I do process videos, I do art supply exploration videos, and I also do full journal flip throughs. I do one of each of those every month, and I've been doing Patreon since March. And we also have occasional live Zoom journal jams, which are a flippin' blast. We've had 2 of them so far, and I just love this group, and I know you will too. They are just so dear and so friendly. So if you feel like subscribing, I would sure appreciate it. It really helps me out, helps me get all this work done, and helps me create more content. So you saw what I did there. I originally was going to keep it pencil, but I wanted it to be a little bolder. So I went over everything with a fine Posca pen to brighten it up a little. And there you see me taking that red and just kind of popping it in the little letters that have the space for it. And I'm digging it. I think it draws a little attention to that mama flower on the right. So there, I wanted to just kind of scribble in a few extra little baby flowers to join the larger group, and they're really cute. And I like to dab the lines and make them a little more imperfect. So we're just about done, friends. This was kind of a fast spread, but it turned out to be a lot of fun. I hope you enjoyed it. I'm getting that pink chalk out one more time and just defining a few things that got a little covered up or that I want to pop a little bit more, and just adding a few little random dots and marks like I do, because I can never stop. And here we have the final spread. We'll take a closer look here. Super fun. I am really digging how these flowers turned out, and I think I want to make more like it. They're sort of otherworldly, aren't they? You guys, thank you so much for joining me for this Talkie Tuesday. I love spending this time with you. I love to hear what you think and what your favorite parts are. Please leave comments and like and subscribe. I would sure appreciate it. Thank you guys. See you next time.